Hello everyone, welcome back to my mathematics channel. For today's learning objective is to draw sine graph. As you can see, sine graph is a S shape, which is a very nice shape. So let's find out the uniform scale for the y equal to sine theta. So normally we will prefer the difference of 30 degree. That means we start with 0, 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, 180, so on and so forth until 360 degree, right? Then we have to press the calculator to find the value for the corresponding angle. Alright, so you need to get ready your graph paper. Maybe you can use a piece of A4 paper, and also ruler is a must because we need to draw the x-axis and the y-axis. And of course we must make sure the calculator is in radian or degree mode. So if your angle is in degree, so you must make sure it's in degree mode. If your angle is in radian, you must make sure your calculator is in radian mode. If not, all the sine value will be different for different system of the mode that you choose. Okay, so let's get started with the drawing of the y equal to sine x graph now. Are you ready? So I actually waiting for you. If you are ready, let's get started with the drawing of the sine graph. So the first step is you must make sure you prepare the table for the angle from 0 to 360 degree, and then you press the calculator one by one for all the values from 0 to 360 degree. Then only you draw the graph. Alright. Okay, this is a table that you need to prepare. Y equal to sine x. So when x equal to 0, 45, 60, 90. So we will stick to this value until 360. Okay, so we're going to press the calculator one by one. We actually chose this angle because we can find the special value for the sine value. So let's take out the calculator and let's make sure it's in degree mode. Sine 0, you get 0. And then sine 30, you have to press the calculator one by one. Sine 30, you will get 0.5, right? If you press, and then sine 45, you will get 0.7071. So we jot down the data first. So we have to complete all the value. We have to press one by one. So let's say we have actually complete the pressing the calculator. So now we are going to plot the graph by using the data. So let me show you the data that I got. 60 is 0.866, 90 I get 1, 120 I got positive 0.866. Alright, so 135 is 0.707. It looks like positive, for the second quadrant for sine. 150 is positive 0.5, but 180 is 0 back. Okay, so that means you imagine that you have 0, then increase to 1, then come back to 0. Okay, then if you look at the second quadrant is positive, first quadrant is positive, and the third quadrant, it seems like it become negative, and then the fourth quadrant also negative. So basically you must know the special value. Example, sine 0 is 0, sine 90 is 1, sine 180 is 0. Okay, and then you have to actually one by one you key into the calculator, and you will notice that the sign change when you go to third quadrant. Okay, and it looks like the data is repeat. That means it's actually symmetrical, right? So example sine 300, you got negative 0.866, right? And 330, you get negative 0.5, right? 360, you get back 0. So we have to draw the axis, label the angle, and you notice that the value is changed from positive 1 to negative 1. The highest value is positive 1, the lowest value is negative 1. Okay, let's say I already draw the graph. It looks like this. Okay, let's study the shape of the sine graph from 0 to 1. So 90 degree is there because there is a peak, the highest point. Then it go back to 180. Then 270 is the lowest point for the sine graph. From 0 to 1, then go back 0, then go to minus 1, and then go back to 0, and so on and so forth. It will actually recur. Okay, it will actually recur, repeat non-stop. For the negative angle and for the positive angle, the shape is remain the same. Okay, so you notice that the data you keep on repeating, but the shape is remain the same. The S shape keep on recur. All right. So okay, so that is the graph for y equal to sine theta or sine x. So when you draw, you must draw carefully, and after you draw, you must memorize the shape of the y equal to sine theta, and also you need to memorize the important special angle. Example, sine 0 is 0, sine 90 is 1, sine 180 is 0. Okay, and then sine 270 is negative 1, sine 360 is 0. That means when sine value is equal to 0, what are the angles? You have three angles that is called x-intercept. You have 0, 180, and 360 degree. They like to ask you what are the x values or x-intercept for the y equal to sine x. So the x is 0, 180, and 360. And what is the angle that will give the sine value maximum? It's 90, isn't it? Sine 90 is 1. And what is the angle that will give the sine value lowest value or minimum value? It's 270, right? So all these are important angle. We call it special angle. So you have to memorize it. All right. So I hope after you draw or you observe how I draw the shape of the sine graph, then you will have a better understanding of special angle and you can memorize it. All right. So that's all my sharing for drawing the sine graph. Bye bye and have a nice day.